y'all, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make these rustic dried orange and cinnamon stick ornaments. Stay tuned and I'll show you how to make them. Alrighty y'all, let us get started. So you are going to need some of this twine. Okay, I'm having difficulty finding it. There it is. Some of this twine from the Dollar Tree. It comes 3 in a pack and it's over in the automotive section. Automotive. The automotive section. And depending on how big you want to make these ornaments, you cut your string however long you want it to be. Now keep in mind it's going to be doubled. Okay, why is there such a glare? Okay, I've been moving around so much stuff in this craft room, and I'll talk about that here in a minute, but let me let me get started on this. You're going to be folding it over like this, so you can kind of judge about how tall, how long it's going to be by that. Okay, so I just folded my piece in half and then cut it. Probably not even going to use all this. But what you're going to need, some dried orange slices and some cinnamon sticks. Now for my dried oranges, if you follow me on social media, then you saw me in the actual process of drying these. I have a food dehydrator, and that is what I use. But I just take my orange and I slice it about 1/4 of an inch thick, 1/8 to 1/4. If they're really, really thin, then they're going to get so dry and crispy, then you might break them. But if they're thicker, then it's going to take a lot longer to dry them, okay? So anywhere from 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. And then I spread mine out in my food dehydrator. I ran it on high for, it was hours, just a few hours, and they got all dry and crispy. Now, if you do not have a food dehydrator, what you can do is just set your oven to the lowest temperature and then get a baking sheet, put some parchment paper on it, and then lay out your orange slices and just dry them. Different ovens, act differently. So it can take anywhere from 6, 8, 10, 12, 16 hours, depending on your stove, your oven rather, and how thick you cut the oranges. And you want to flip them every 30 minutes to every 45 minutes, okay? That's if you're doing it in the oven. Also, about every hour for the oven, just open up the door to the oven for, I don't know, just a minute or so, and that's going to let excess moisture escape, and that will help them to dry faster, okay? So now that you have all of your dried oranges, humidity is not going to be your friend, okay? So you can see how shiny these are. That's because I have coated them. Now, what do you use to coat them? You can use Mod Podge, or you can use just like a clear spray paint. This is up to you. It really doesn't matter. Now, the fragrant part of these ornaments does not really come from the oranges. It comes from the cinnamon, okay? So don't worry about sealing the oranges and like sealing in the scent. But just take your Mod Podge, thin layer on the front, thin layer on the back, let it dry, or just take your clear spray paint and just a few light coats. I've got a bunch of little fuzzies in here. So anyway, that's going to help to preserve these oranges because like I said, humidity is going to make them turn sticky, okay? Once they're sealed, they're going to be fine. Just make sure that they are very, very dry. I cannot express that enough. Make sure they are very dry so that there's not really any moisture in them whatsoever before you coat them. The cinnamon sticks here I get in the Hispanic food section of the grocery store. That is where I have found to get the best deal, okay? They're good quality, they're really, really fragrant, and you're going to get the best price. So now what I'm doing with my twine, this is really simple. I'm just going to tie it around a cinnamon stick. Well, I said I was. Just going to tie it around. Yeah, that glare is terrible. And then let's just tie that again. Now this is a relatively short and easy video to make, but there's a lot of pointers that I wanted to get across when it comes to the drying of the oranges so that you don't come out with bad results. And then if you notice as you dry them, the center just kind of opens up a bit. And that's where you're going to put your twine. You're just going to run the twine up through the middle. And I like to do 2 or 3 slices at a time. Oh, you know what? Let's run that there. This can be tricky because it wants to catch on every darn thing. Just poke it through. There we go. There's 2. And let's go for a 3rd one. And I have a whole big container over here of these dried oranges. I got them on sale. And then I just went nuts making dried ones. All right, and then once you get 2 or 3 on there, you're going to take your twine and then tie it around another cinnamon stick. And then you're just going to keep layering them in that fashion until it's however tall you want it to be. See? Like that. And this smells so good already. You can twist it this way, have them going in opposite directions, have them going all in the same direction, however you want to do it. Also, if you have a big jingle bell, which I'm out of the rustic looking ones, and this is rustic, I don't want it looking like anything shiny on there. Shiny and glittery just don't go with these. You can run your twine through a jingle bell before you tie it on your cinnamon stick, and then you can use some fabric scraps or burlap and tie a bow at the top. But I'm going to keep layering this while I'm talking. But anyway, yeah, somebody left a message. You're not filming very much. Well, because I got a lot of stuff going on, okay? But anyway, my craft room is an utter disaster right now because I got a bigger table to go over here in the corner for my printer, my Cricut, my 3D printer, you know, all that good stuff. I'm going to trim this. I needed a bigger, more heavy-duty table. So got everything moved around in here so I could get that table in there. And I've been working on a few interesting projects. I'm not ready to talk about those yet. I have to get some more things in place, and then I will make a few announcements as to what those projects are. But anyway, that's why I've been kind of scarce. I have boxes and boxes of Christmas supplies over here so I can get started on Christmas crafts. I have Halloween wreaths that I need to make, and I appreciate everyone's patience in letting me take care of this hectic stuff here. All right, so there's 3. Let's do another cinnamon stick. Lay down. Alrighty, so I'm just going to tie this here. And I think I'm going to call that done for this one. Okay, so then that's what it looks like. You can do however many slices of orange you want. You can do 1, you can 2, 3, however many you want. But anyway, I'm going to leave mine like this, and then I'll do another one using maybe just 1 or 2 so that you can see what that looks like. So now I'm going to take this up here because, you know, you got to have a loop to go over your tree branch. Then just do like an overhanded knot up here at the top. Try to work it down here. All right, now let's see about how far up we want that to go. That looks okay. There we go. And these really do smell good. I say, even though you do have the oranges sealed, they smell like cinnamon. Now, if you make these and if you use them year after year after year and they lose their fragrance, you can get some cinnamon essential oil and take the dropper, you know, just drop a few drops of it on the cinnamon sticks. It smells so good. So good. But anyway, there is your rustic orange and cinnamon stick ornament. So let me make another one using not so many orange slices. You can see what that looks like. And let me see if I have any fabric that we can rip up and make a bow. All right, so this one is a smaller one with only 2 slices of orange, and then this is the bigger one. So, you know, I was thinking about making the bow out of fabric and putting on top, but then I have like this thicker rope here that I think I might use. But yeah, this glare is getting on my nerves. I think it could be too because of this lighter background. Y'all know I like to use a roll of contact paper on my table, and then when it gets paint and stuff all over it, I just take it off. And they were out of the dark color that I usually use, so I'm stuck with this light stuff, and I don't like it. But anyway, here's this twine, and I'm just going to take it, and I think just right around here somewhere, I'm just going to tie a bow. But I know a lot of people ask me this question, and I thought that I would throw it out there. I will try to remember to put it in other videos as well when I'm making ornaments, but a lot of people have said, how do you keep all of your cats out of your Christmas tree? And you know, I've never... That's too much, Amber. I've never really had a problem with cats being up in the tree, and I'll tell you why. A trick I learned a long time ago, and it really works, is cats cannot stand citrus, like lemon or orange. So if you can, get some of those cotton pads, you know, like you use to take off makeup, get some of those cotton pads and put a few drops of lemon essential oil or orange essential oil on it. Cotton balls are okay, but you know, they're puffy, they're cotton balls. The cotton pads will lay flat. Stick it under your Christmas tree. Not your Christmas tree, your Christmas tree skirt. Just put the oil on a few of those pads and place them in different places under your Christmas tree skirt. You may want to lay it maybe on a little piece of plastic or something. Make sure, you know, that the oil, if you have hardwood floors, it can mar your flooring. But, you know, just put a little piece of plastic or something under there to protect your floor. And that's all I use. I've never had a problem with cats messing with the tree when I use that. All right, these are really pretty too with dried cranberries. See, just a little rustic looking bow. My Christmas tree is very rustic looking. I love that look. Oh, get over there. Yeah, I really need to get in this craft room and start cleaning it up. It's not so much as a mess, like dirty mess. dirty mess. It's just boxes of stuff sitting everywhere. I need to move is what I need to do. I need to move so that I can have a bigger space. You know, my channel is getting bigger, my online shop. You know, I'm going to start that back up again. That'll be on my website. Oh gosh, look at that big. I don't like that. I'm just going to pull it tight. Just tighten it up a little bit. All right, that looks better. Just work with this bow. You know, I'm not happy with that bow. You know, that's one of the things with these, with this rope is sometimes it has like the big thick pieces in it. But anyway, let me untie this. I'm going to tie a different bow and then that'll pretty much be it. I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I got that big lump out of that rope, and then I tied a better bow, and I'm happy with it. So this is what the finished little ornaments look like, and they smell so good. In fact, I might actually put a few drops of the cinnamon oil on it just to make them smell a little bit brighter. But anyway, yeah, I remember years ago I had purchased some ornaments. They were somewhat similar to this, and I can't remember exactly how much they were, like $5 or $6, something like that, a piece. And after that, I was like, no, just make them yourself. So anyway, here they are. I like them. Very rustic. Reminds me of my grandma. So I hope that you liked this. If you would, give it a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media, the links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I hope to see y'all next time. Bye!